Jules may.
Commissioner Gerard had a question.
Yes, she is. So not to drag this out any longer, but I'm going to. 3 weeks ago, we got an email or a series of emails from folks that live down there containing a video that this Mr. Boomeister put out about how it's the county's responsibility and we should be paying for it, and because we lease the land for the preserve from the state or whatever. I'm sure that's not dead yet, so can you address that? I don't know if you've had a chance to look at the whole video. It's pretty
Sure,
long.
and I will tell you, I will freely admit I did not watch the whole video, but I will recognize Brendan Mackesy on my staff, who has really worked very closely with Kelly and her staff in sorting through all the issues that you've heard Kelly discuss here today. We have a lease with the state of Florida for the lands in Shellkey Preserve and a management plan. Those two things do not require us to do any dredging out there. I mean, really, on the contrary, we're to maintain it as a natural preserve. I did ask Brendan to take a look at that issue, and he confirmed with me, taking a look at the lease and the management plans, that he did not believe we have any sort of legal obligation. In fact, like I said, we're really required to manage this as a natural preserve, which is contrary to some of the things you heard Kelly talking about. We would have to put bulkheads and use some, pretty heavy methods out there to try to open it and keep it open. So really contrary to the plan out there. But yeah, we reviewed it, and we do not have a legal obligation under those documents that were referred to in the video.
Okay, thank you.
Mr. Chair,
Yes, Commissioner Long.
since this is going to be an ongoing issue for a little bit, I am wondering if we might all be able to get a copy of Brendan's article that he wrote that was published in the Stetson University Law Review. Do you remember the one I'm talking about, Brendan? It had to do with the public trust doctrine as it relates to navigable waters. It seems to me that given this issue we're talking about, I'd really like to know what your thoughts were and read the article.
Kelly, Brendan's here.
Sorry. Brendan Mackesy, Assistant County Attorney. I'd be happy to send a PDF of the article to everyone. And yes, Commissioner Long, it concerns the public trust doctrine, navigable waters, how navigability works in the state of Florida. Kelly referenced the equal footing doctrine indirectly earlier, which provides that when the state of Florida became a state in 1845, it was put on equal footing with other states across the country. It gained ownership of all submerged lands that were navigable, in fact, at that time. So the article delves into the theory behind that and how that doctrine has changed over time. So I'd be happy to certainly share it with everyone, and I've got a few other articles I can share as well.
Well, I'm very, as you know, I hope, I'm very, very interested in those issues as it pertains to protecting our environment. And so, given that we are surrounded by water on all three sides, I would like to think that we would all have a very vested interest in reading that article. And I'm very proud of you for it, quite frankly. I was just stunned to hear that that was a big emphasis of yours. So we'll be chatting quite a bit.
Yeah, thank you, Commissioner Long. I appreciate that. And an even bigger one on beach nourishment is being published by the University of Miami in a few months. So I'll share that as well.
Very good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
He's going to be a big star here with his own publishing company here soon. Great hire, Jewel. Thank you.